So good morning. We are discussing the formation of frequency distribution, particularly the data pertaining to quantitative phenomenon or quantitative characteristics, which involves four stages. We have already discussed the first three, that is unorganized or raw data. Second is ungrouped or frequency distribution. Third is grouped frequency distribution. The fourth is continuous frequency distribution. The first three already we have completed. We are in we are discussing the actually started the continuous frequency distribution. Now, see, while dealing with the continuous variable, so already have defined the what is discrete variable and continuous variable. So consider the continuous variable. It is not desirable to present the data into the group frequency distribution as you find in the example, like say in the previous examples I have considered the example of the children and number of families. There we have taken the grouped as 0 to 2, 3 to 5, 6 to 8, like that we have distributed the group wise. So it is not desirable in this continuous frequency distribution. For example, say if we consider the age group, say, or in a school, then the group frequency would be 4 to 6, as I said earlier. So 7 to 9, 10 to 12, like that. It will not correct because, see, the class is does not take into consideration the students with the ages between 6 and 7 years. Suppose consider the class 4 to 6 and 7 to 9. Here 4 to 6 is considered, 7 to 9 is considered, but it will not consider the ages lying between 6 and 7. So it is not correct. In such situation, we form a continuous class frequency distribution uh, without any gap. Continuity will be there, no gap will be there, as follows. Say age is sliced between, instead of saying 6 to 9, uh, 6 to 7, 6 to 4 to 6 and 7 to 9, instead of saying that, so we can say that below 6. So it considers all, below 6. Then the next class is 6 to 6 or more than but less than 9. I will show that. See, 4 to 6, 4 to 6 is, and 6 to 9. It will be like this. And 9 to uh, 12, like that. So that the first class is below below 4. Below 4 means it will consider all ages below 4. Next is the next class is 4 or greater than that, but less than 6. Less than 6. Next is 6 or less than, more than 6, 6 or more, but less than 9, and etc. Similarly, the class will be taken. The presentation of the data into continuous classes of the above type is, say, along with the corresponding frequencies, is known as continuous frequency distribution. Some basic terms are there, some basic terms for forming a continuous frequency distribution. One is class interval. Class interval. So, sorry, first is class limit. Class limit. See, consider the class limit, say 20 to 40 or 70 to 79 or 2 to 6. Consider the classes like this. Here, there are two limits are there. As see in the first class, 20 and 40. 20 is the lower limit and for 40 is the highest limit, or the higher, sorry, these are the two boundaries, lower limit and the higher boundaries. Similarly, in the class, say next class is 70 to 79. Here also 70 is the lower limit and 89 is the upper limit and the lower limit. Here also 2 is the lower limit, 6 is the upper limit. The first, next is class interval. Class interval means difference between two boundaries or two limits. What are the two limits? Lower boundary and upper boundary. So class interval is the difference of that. It is positive. So the higher limit, upper limit minus lower limit, which gives you the class limit, class interval. That is class interval is say in the particular, in particular, if we consider say 70 to 79, the class interval is 79 minus 70, which gives you 9. That is the class interval. Here also 40 minus 20 in the class 20 to 40. 40 is the high upper limit and 20 is the lower limit. So difference between these two is the 20. Similarly, 6 to 4. 6 to 6 and 6 is the upper limit, 2 is the lower limit, and the difference is 4. This is the class interval. So next is the important decision. So what is important decision? See, while constructing a frequency distribution, say about width of the class interval, say that is here in this class, say 20 is there, here 9 is there, here 4 is there. Similarly, the class like 10, 20, 50, 100, etc. The decision should depend upon the number of factors as the range in the data. What is the range? Range of the data. So range means the highest item of the data minus lowest, smallest, this is the smallest item of the data. Or I can also write this as x maximum minus x minimum, which gives the range of the data. Then the simple formula. What is the simple formula? Simple formula to estimate or to estimate the class interval, that is I. It is denoted by I equal to L minus S divided by K, where L is the largest limit of the class, S is the lower limit or lower item of the class, or upper limit of the lower limit, and K is the number of classes. K is number of factors. Say I can consider an example. So consider an example. Say salary of 100 employees varied from say 10,000 to 30,000. And say if we want to form 10 classes, then what is the class interval? How it would be? So what is I equal to L minus S divided by K. What is L here? Largest limit, and S is the smallest unit or limit, equal to largest is 30,000 here. So salary employees varied from 10,000 to 30,000. So 30 is the largest and 10,000 is the smallest. So L minus S divided by K gives you 30,000 minus 10,000 divided by 10. That gives you 20,000 divided by 10. That gives you the answer is 2,000. So the starting class would be, so the lower limit of the class should be 10,000, because it is varied from 10,000 to 30,000 is already given. So starting class should be, so 10,000 with a difference of this 2,000, with a difference of 2,000. Therefore, this should be the class, starting class would be 10,000 to 12,000, 12,000 to 14,000, 14,000 to 16,000, etc., etc., 28,000 to 30,000, because 30,000 is the largest class in the data. Then this see here, I equal to, I means the class interval, I equal to L minus S divided by K. So how to decide K now? What is K here? K is the number of classes. How to decide that? Here we have taken, already it is given. If we want to form a say 10 classes, how to decide is 10? So for that, there also one method is there. So the number can be fixed. So by arbitrary, keeping in the view of say nature of problem, it may be under, it can be decided with the help of one rule is there, Strugler's rule. Sorry, Sturger's rule. This is this Sturger's rule. This is STUR. STU. STUR. Sturgers. Yes. Sturgers rule. So that is K. Sturgers rule. That is K equal to 1 plus 3.222 into log of n to the base 10. What is n here? The n is number of classes. So the class interval then it would be n. So the class interval would be I equal to I, then I equal to range divided by number of classes. Number of classes. So this can be defined as range divided by number of classes. So for example, say if we consider say hypothetical frequency distribution of the lifetime of say 500 LED bulbs, say bulb tested at a certain company with the result that a minimum life is 340 hours. Minimum is, so lower limit is the L is the 340 hours, and the maximum lifetime is 1300 hours. So 1300 is the 1300 is the largest limit. Then in the usual notation, n is 400. N is 400. So what is 400 here? If a of the 400 bulbs, n is number of units. Number of units. Say number of units, that is 400 here. N equal to 400. L is the lower limit. That is sorry. L is the largest limit. Sorry, what happened actually? L is the larger limit and S is the smallest limit. So L minus S, largest limit is 1300 and smallest limit is the 340. So difference is and take the difference, that is the range. Range is 1300 minus 340 divided by 1 plus 3.22 into log of n. N is number of items here, number of 400 LED bulbs. N is 400 bulbs. So that is equal to 960 minus, take the difference of that, that becomes 960 divided by 1.3222 into log of n. N is say 400. So log of 400 is, so 3 digits are there. So you know the log 400, log of 400, you might know this. So there are digits are there. So the characteristic part is 2. So 3 minus 2 is 2 point, then table value that gives you the 2.6021. So multiply these two, then add 1 and take the ratio of this. This would be 99.54, that is nearly equal to 100. That is nearly equal to 100. So this is the magnitude of the class. So if the magnitude of the class say interval 100, then the number of classes would be 100 divided by 10 equal to 10. Nothing but 9.66444, nearly equal to 10. Now note here, so like a number of classes, say as far as possible, the size of the class interval should be so 5 or some multiple of 5 like 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50 like that. The how to use this formula. Then types of class intervals are there: inclusive class and exclusive class. Inclusive class means the is the class like say 2 to 4, 5 to 7, like this is the inclusive class, and continuous class is the, this is the exclusive class. That is let's see about in the next class. Today stop here. Thank you.